Hello everybody and welcome, my name is Phoenix and this is a Minecraft build tutorial, and today we're going to be building the bullet train, as you can see behind me. Or we're going to attempt to anyway, so hopefully you guys like the look of this so far. It's like a two-tier bullet train which has like a second floor on top. You can also add an inside to it which is fully furnished. You have the controlling bit and you have the seats and everything like that. And you can also go upstairs where there's some extra room. So this is quite a good looking train, I thought you guys might enjoy building this for yourselves. It's quite a simple thing, so we're going to get into it straight away. I have some tracks ready over here. I'm going to get straight into it now. One of the first things we need to start doing is actually putting down the wheels. Now this is literally the first step. Now very easy in building one of these trains, to be fair guys. You literally have the once you've got the front section of it done, you're pretty much just repeating everything that you've done thereafter. So it's very simple to build. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this tutorial. If you do, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I shall do some more tutorials if you guys enjoy them. And anyway, so let's get these wheels down. I think that's one off. Just to double check. Off to a flying start. Okay, so once we've got these wheels in place, we can get the second part underway, which is going to be building the undercarriage of the train. Very simple. So we start just like this. We're going to bring it back extra, what, 2 blocks? Yeah, I think that's 2 blocks. So we're going to go the extra 2 blocks on the back, go all the way to the front. Now on the front of this carriage, we're going to need to taper it to a point. So we need to stick like a little point on the front of it so we can shape that and build the front of the train. So I think that exceeds 2 blocks as well, maybe 3. So we go the extra 2. Very simply done, and we just fill this in straight after, and that will be the underside of our carriage. Now these bullet trains, I've seen a few trains in my time. I've done some of the old fashioned ones. They're very fun to build as well. I think that exceeds by 3 as well, you know guys, so I'm gonna put the extra 3 on there. Right, so we put these down next. Now these are just like the bits above the wheels which sort of support, I think that's actually there, these just support like the bodywork on the frame of the train. So we're going to stick a few of these in over both sides on each wheels, and that will almost be the first section done straight away. So we're going to go ahead and build these on the front as well. Always delete these extra blocks just behind, and you'll see why in a minute. Because we're going to put in something that looks a little bit like suspension in a way. I don't think trains really have suspension, but shock absorbers. I think that, if I can even pronounce it properly. So we use actual brewing stands for this. To check that again. Yeah, we use brewing stands for that. And then we just fill in the undercarriage, make it one solid unit, and then that is the first step of building this train so far. One of the easiest steps as well. Okay, so now the undercarriage has been built. We have all shock absorb. I can't even say it right. We have all the shock absorbs. We have them things in place, and now we're going to start building the actual overcarriage on top. So now one of the first things we have to do is actually surround this undercarriage with white slabs. Now you can choose whatever colour slabs that you would like, but I'm actually going to be building it out of quartz and orange because I thought it looked pretty nice. If you look at that train over there, it looks quite nice. And we actually use a little bit of blue lapis in this as well to sort of bring out the extra colour and mix 3 colours together. Makes it look a little bit prettier. Okay, so now that we have that done, now comes the funnest part of all. We start shaping the front of the train. Now this is the most complicated part if you ask me, but it's still extremely simple. Now I just simply put 2 blocks on the end of each line, just like that, and it also works for the front as well, so you have to put them down. Then on top of that, just upside down slabs and stairs, well just stairs, upside down stair on the bottom, normal way up on top, and then that is done completely there. So we'll fill that up there. That is the first step of the front of the train. Okay, so what I've done on this one is I actually built it up and I started changing the colours around after. Now we can see that these slabs run all the way round which we can do, we're going to do this as we go along. So we'll actually build this out of the different coloured stairs as well as we're building it. So we have that there. I do believe that actually goes back just like that. If at any point you get lost in this tutorial, be sure to rewind the video and double check on everything that I'm doing. So we have that in place. That is the beginning of our stripes. Now the very next thing that we're going to be doing is actually putting the windows in, which is quite simple. Now we start putting these windows in just like that. Yes. Okay, now that is it. We start putting these windows in next. Now actually I do believe that these windows are in a line just like that. And we build just like that. And we also shape these little bits. We use these smaller glass panes as well, just to add a little bit of shape to the windows themselves. And then after that, we can go ahead and stick in our line, which is just like that. I do believe that's actually orange. Now this is why I'm sort of backtracking and ending up making mistakes, because these sort of front things, when you mess around with slabs and stairs, it takes a little bit of time to sort of get them right, get them into the shape that you wanted. Now obviously you can modify this in any which way, shape or form that you would wish to make it look exactly, put your own personal twist on it. So now we've got to that stage. The next step is going to be building this bit. So you sort of build it in sections, you'll find it a lot easier to do. But what we're going to do is just build this out of white for first, and we'll go back and change it thereafter. Now I think this is exactly how it will be. Not stairs. It's strange because I'm not using the full blocks, but I'm sort of saving space in my inventory for now. Okay. So we have that. We have a stair here. And then a window. We'll go back just the one more. And that's it. That's all we need for them windows right now. Okay. Now the very next step is going to be adding a slab there. I'm getting my stairs and slabs mixed up. How is that even happening? Now that's that done, and I've done it wrong. Wow. So we're going to be building that there, then these stairs on top. Right, the very next step, we're going to come back to building this bit here just after. Now the very next step is actually going to be following this line all the way down, as you can see. So it is actually 3 there, and we have a slab on this section here. Missed that completely. Now we're going to actually need the solid blocks for this to make it 10 times easier on ourselves. Now as I said, you can choose any sort of colour that you would wish to use. I am going with the white, orange, and there's going to be hints of blue in this as well. So you follow this, you might as well follow this all the way around the train. Just follow the exact line that we put around the outside of the train, and follow this all the way around until you've made contact with the other side. So it's going to be the orange now. Now as you can see, we have windows on this, so what we're going to be doing is leaving a block, building 2 in its place. Like you miss one, you skip one, build 2 blocks, skip one, build 2 blocks. Now on the back, we're just going to follow that round and follow the exact same pattern on the other side until we can reach contact with the other side. And there you have it. That is right, that is right. Now I've boosted that one up a bit too far. Simples to fix. Nah, that was right. That was right. I just confused myself. So yes, you boost that along almost up to a point so it matches that window there. This is if you want to get it identical, guys, to exactly what I've built. So anyway, the next step on this is going to be taking this white quartz stairs and running this all the way around. Now you don't go all the way round on this one. As soon as you reach the edge, you just do that. Add the extra block, because we're going to be coming back and shaping the back of that train thereafter. So we're going to keep going until we've done the exact same on the other side and we're completed. Now the next one is filling in the gaps on these with the exact same colour stairs so it matches the stripe as we go around. Won't need to do that on the back, and we do the exact same on the other side. Now this is all very repetitive, this stage. This is why I said that this is actually the easiest stage of all. We're going to leave this bit open because that's actually our doorway if you look on that side. Now we're going to get ourselves some coloured glass. Now I could have used normal glass, you can use obviously any glass that you'd like, but I like it to be orange so that it can actually match. If you can put these in the right place, there you go, now we get it all going at the same time. So I'm going for the orange glass on this one because it matches the stripe, and I thought it made it look very smart and neat on this train. So once we've completed that on the other side, there is the bottom section of our space-like train, pretty much. We've got the bottom section of that done, and it's looking very spiffing. Okay, so what we're going to do to make our lives easier as well, we're going to run upside down stairs along this line on the inside on both sides yet again. So it's a lot of repeating yourself. You're going to be copying one side to another, obviously, because the train is symmetrical on both sides. And there you have it, that's that. So now we are going to be coming back to the front of the train, which is 2 stairs. We see we've got this pattern, and that is the very next section. So we're going to do this, a nice solid block there, and we're going to fill this up as well with orange. So after that we have another 3 quartz blocks to complete it. We also have stairs on line with that, and I do believe that will be the easiest way for us to complete this is going to be, so once you've done that, take a good look at this. So that's the shape that we're going to be using for the very next section on this. Okay, so now the very next step is actually just to make sure that the inside looks good once we've completed this, is actually putting down these slabs and stairs in the right way. Now this does involve slabs as well. You get a good shape at the front of the train, makes it look very aerodynamic once it is completed. And we have some extra stairs on top. Now we've almost got to the second section of this train, but building the top section is the very next part. So we have that next, and it's going to be more pattern following, guys. So get prepared, get your books out and take notes. So to make our lives easier on this one as well, what we're going to do is actually run, you see, if you look in the little grooves over there, we actually have blue lapis. Now that's the colour I chose to use for this, and we're going to run this down the entirety of the inside of the train, because this actually is going to double up as our second floor inside the train. So we're going to run this all the way down the train right to the end, apart from that block. Do the exact same on the opposite side. And there you have it. That is the second part of that top floor done. So now what we're going to do is start filling out. Yet again, we're skipping a block each time upside down stairs on this second floor until you reach the end. Now the end is going to be like that. So we take them out at the end and start copying our pattern on the opposite side. And yet again, now we're filling in slabs on these top sections in between the stairs all the way along, so that we leave ourselves a tiny half slab of blue coming through. So we're going to follow this all the way around on both sides yet again, and we have done that section now. Okay, so the very next section is going to be yet again skipping a block in between. See, it's very repetitive after this section, guys. You'll find it very easy to build this train for yourselves. There is a carriage as well, if you wanted to build a carriage attached to the back. It is so simple. I was going to do this in the tutorial, but I thought it would be 10 times easier to pretty much explain it to you. Is that you're essentially building the exact same thing, this train with the exact same pattern. You just don't build the front of it. You build the front to look like the back, in which you'll see once we've completed this train, and you just simply build a carriage like that, and then link the two together and you have a train with a carriage. So the very next stage, I was just double checking on that one, is going to be putting the orange stairs on top of all of these pillars all the way along on both sides yet again. It's very much following a pattern on this one. So on this, now, we're going to run our lapis all the way along the roof yet again, and then be copying it on it. Where's the end? There. And then we're going to be copying it on the opposite side all the way along until we reach the end. Apart from that one. Okay. Now we're going to be sticking quartz in place all the way along. I do believe actually on the other one I used quartz slabs on this. It leaves you a little bit more headroom when you build the inside, so that you've actually got at least a tiny bit of headroom that you can jump. Just like that, you can see you've got a little bit of room on the inside. Okay, and for this next stage we're going to need white glass, obviously, to match what we have already done, and it will match this stripe. Okay, copied on one side and then copied to another. Okay, so that section's done. Now what we're going to be doing is just running these slabs all the way along on both sides yet again. It's almost like being a typewriter. You're just copying in lines over and over and over again, a pattern that you have previously done before. So now that we've done that, we've got our last section on the top, which is going to be just filling in this with white and giving a little bit of shape at the back by adding these orange stairs, just like that. Now on top, as you can see, there's these little nibs on top. I left it with a 5-block gap, I do believe that was, on each and every one, and it ends up meeting up with the front. For added detail, if you want to go the extra mile, you can simply put in these iron trapdoors along the way, because they stay down as well. Now if this was one of the trains that has like the electrics above it, you can easily have something like that as well by using string and a brewing stand. You know, it looks like it's linked up to an electrical string. Okay. Now the next step is trying to find a light grey carpet and then we're going to run this all the way along the top so it gets rid of that blue line on top, but still gives us the little blue light shining through on each side. So there you go, there you have it. That is the outside of the train almost completed. I'm going to put that on the back, and then a tiny bit of shape, which I've got rid of my quartz stairs. This is my problem, I always get rid of the blocks I need. Okay, we add these stairs as a little bit of shape, and we add a door obviously to the back. Now I went for the same coloured doors, as obviously these ain't really the sort of doors you'd find on the train, but I thought they look very nice on this train as you build it. So, and there you have it guys, pretty much. So on the inside you simply just lay down some carpet, do the same on this second floor. You got your room for the front, but I'm not going to build that in this video. What I'll do is quickly take one more look at this with you guys, so hopefully you guys can copy that if you'd like to copy this for yourselves. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed this build tutorial on building a bullet train. If you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Do leave some suggestions in the comment section below. If you'd like to see me build certain things, I can build a lot of things guys, so if you have any trouble building stuff at all, be sure to send me a comment or something like that. Here's another bullet train that I built, a different sort. I have other sort of trains, big cars, anything like that. So if you guys did enjoy this, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe.